On Blues Radio International, we're here today in Lucerne with Martin Brundler of the Lucerne Blues Festival. Martin, thank you for sitting down with us.
No problem. It's a pleasure is on my side.
It's an honor to be here because this is really one of the most important blues events in the world every year. Can you tell me something about how the festival got started and your role in it?
Yeah, the festival got started in 1995. That was one evening with 3 bands only, and we had a budget of something like 35,000 Swiss francs at that time. The idea came up, let's say, at a bar, like often.
Many good ideas come from there.
Start
right?
at bars. No, we were drinking a beer and we were talking about blues music, blues artists, and at that time we were traveling around Switzerland, around Europe, even already to the US, to see our blues musicians we would like to see. They said, why don't we bring them over to Switzerland instead of traveling all around the world? And that's how it started. And at that time there was Guido and Fritz Jakober who founded the festival. I myself, I was not there when they founded it. I joined in the second year to the festival organization, and so means that I'm in the organization now for more than 20 years.
Congratulations, this is an amazing event and it's an experience everyone should be able to take advantage of. How many people come to the festival each year?
Each year we have more or less between 10,000 and 12,000 visitors. The main evenings, I mean, we have a capacity of only 1,500 people a night, but we have lots of side events of the festival. We have blues brunches, we have opening shows which are free concerts, for example at the Hotel Schweizerhof, and we run blues brunches as well. So in total, over all these events, main events, side events, it's in between 10 and 12,000 people.
Many people think of blues as an American form of music, but I see the audience here and it shows me, as I've learned everywhere else in the world, this is a music everyone appreciates. Why is it that blues resonates with people from so many different cultures?
What I think might be the reasons why this is the case is that blues is, let's say, an honest music. It comes from the heart, from the soul. It's not, I would say, it's not like jazz. You know, you study jazz at university. Have you ever seen a blues musician studying blues at university? So it's even a simple, but a positive, simple music, I would say. So people understand the music, and people understand the context of the music. They understand what they want to say out of their hearts or their souls. I think that's why people are touched by the blues, even if they are not blues lovers or haven't heard blues before. I mean, that's what was even the case with me when I started with the Blues Festival. I wasn't that much in the blues at that time when I started. I was listening to rock and roll, AC/DC, harder stuff. And I always say I didn't search or I didn't look for the blues. The blues picked me. At one moment at that festival, the first time, it picked me, and since then I'm in the blues. And I think that's the case with lots of people. The same story, they understand what the artists want to say.
One of the big issues for those of us who care about and love this music is how it will continue from generation to generation. In the United States, I'm sad to say that many times the audiences are largely of people your age and my age who are listening. But I see here many, many young people. How do you attract younger people to the blues? Because this is where the future of the blues lies.
That's probably 2 reasons why our audience here in Lucerne might be, in the average, a bit younger than at other events or in other countries. We are doing 2 things. We are doing blues at schools since 17 or 18 years now, where we went into lessons with a teacher. We fly in a teacher from the US, a retired teacher, who goes into history or music lessons and tell the students there where the blues came from, how it developed in the US, let's say the music itself, but even in context with the politics and all that stuff. And so then I would say young people, they realize that there is music on that planet with history. Not this electronic music they hear today often, but there's music with history. That's probably one reason why in Lucerne here, young people understand what we are doing here with the blues festival, and they talk to each other. And that might be that others say, okay, I want to hear that as well. What you experienced in the school, I want to see that, or I want to experience it, and they come to the festival. And we are, let's say, going in, or other schools, they come to us to sound checks. They attend our sound checks here with their classes, and even then, young people get familiar with that music. And we recognize that over the last 10 or 15 years, the average age of our festival it came a bit down. That might be the reason, because we go to school or they come to us, and we really try to explain them what we are doing here, and that is then spread by words.
That is such an important thing to do. The other thing that I've noticed about the festival as my first time here is the respect that you have and you show to the originators of the music and the people who are the standard bearers of the music. There are obviously many younger blues acts available, but you make a very big point on stage and with the performers of talking about the history and about where the music came from.
I mean, I always say I see two pillars our festival stands on. The one is the respect towards the musicians, towards the artists, and towards the music. And the other pillar is, I would say, the quality of the lineup, and that we strictly stay into the blues. We don't get that much broader, or we don't hire a main act like, let's say, Uriah Heep or something like that. So we stick to the blues, and people, they know what they get in Lucerne, because we do that now with this, let's say, focused program since the beginning. And the respect towards the musicians, that's one of my main purpose to do that, because I love the music they play for us. And I always, when we start the festival, the first night, we do a dinner at the hotel with all the musicians and our voluntary staff. And then I always say to the musicians, you arrived as our guests from the US, and I do hope that you will leave as our friends. And that is everyone's attitude in that organization. And I mean, that's, to me, that's normal to treat the artists like that, or to have respect even to the elder blues musicians, because, I mean, already 59 frontmen died that played our festival since I'm in the organization. And we always say we want to hear these guys once more. So then that's the reason why we bring them to Lucerne.
Well, I can tell you from interviewing some of the musicians, they tell me there's no experience like being at Lucerne in the way that they're treated and honored. And I certainly feel that as a participant, it's the same for anyone who attends, and I hope more people will over the years.
I mean, we are all doing that voluntary, that festival. No one gets out $1 of our festival, neither me nor a driver or you name it. So all the money we can let's say, generate with our organization, our festival, goes directly back on one side into the programming, into the engagement fees for the artists, but on the other hand as well how we treat the artists. Every lunch, every dinner, we have a joint lunch, joint dinner in a restaurant with all the artists, and we let them stay at the Hotel Schweizerhof, 5-star hotel, or at the Hotel Seeberg. So the day one gets out $1 of that festival, it's not my festival anymore. Then I'm gonna quit. I mean, somebody else can run the festival, that's no problem, but it's not my thing anymore. Because if you have to earn money with such a festival, then you start to optimize. Where do you optimize? Would you put the artists into a 5-star hotel? Would you go out for dinner and lunch every day with them? And that is exactly what makes our festival, makes the spirit of our festival. That would get lost. And that's why I always say, as the president, we stick to that idea not to get money out of the festival. And that's as well the reason why we don't grow anymore with our festival. Since 10 or 12 years, it's the same level in the programming, in the audience. So you can do that just when you don't have to earn money with it. Otherwise, you would always like to grow to get more and more money out of it. So it's our idea since the beginning. It's even in our statutes that no one can earn the money with our festival. That was from the beginning the idea.
Well, I want to congratulate you on having created a very strong and vibrant home for the blues, where musicians and blues fans can enjoy and learn and have even greater respect for this music. And I wish you the very best of luck in the future.
Thank you very much.